Hey folks, welcome back to Flea Market Guy 777. We are doing a special video for all my brand new subs, every one of the 5 of you. Folks, you know what? If there's only one of you, I would still be doing what I'm doing. I love doing what I'm doing here, and again, this is really a passion for me. And so I hope that all of you will, share the videos, forward the videos, put it on your social media, and get the word out there. What I wanted to do was a video on how to test your silver and gold, what tools you're going to need, and maybe even some ideas and tricks that will help you find some hidden treasures in your thrift shops, your consignment shops, and other various places, yard sales, flea markets. So let's first go over some of the things that you are going to need. This is a test stone by Euro Tool. Many of you can go online and find these and order them. This is it looks like a 2.5 by 5 stone. This is expensive. This is a good one. You do not want to buy the little 2 by 2 square junk stones on eBay. You're going to want to buy a quality stone. Folks, take it from me. I learned the hard way. Buy a quality stone. Okay? Again, this is by Euro Tool. And this will test up to 22 karat. This will also test silver as well, palladium, platinum. It'll do all the metals. Okay, so some of the tools that, as a buyer of precious metals, a professional buyer in New York, I did work for a short time in the Diamond District, and it was on a very limited basis, but I did learn and pick up many of the tricks of the trade. I was able to get a lot of the locations for buying and selling, cut out the middleman, and so I've been very blessed. Just as a little detour, folks, I'm drinking a delicious cup of coffee, and I don't know about you guys, but I usually put some cinnamon in my coffee. Most people don't know that, but it is delicious. So I'll let that sit in there for just a few minutes. Cinnamon is very good for high blood pressure and the circulatory system. So I usually do that in one of my cups of coffees. Okay, so here's what we're going to want to get. You're going to want to buy. You're going to want to buy a quality magnet. Okay? And you're also going to want to buy an eye scope. Now this eye scope, I forgot what this is, a by 50. Yeah, this is a by 50. And you're going to want, mine's a little dirty. This is a backup for me, so I haven't used this one, but my primary one is in my bag. I put all my things in a bag, and I'll show you the bag. It looks like an old banker's bag, Wells Fargo bag, and that's how I travel. So you got your eye scope, right? And you have a file. You're going to need a file, and I will show you why. Okay? And then on top of that, the most important thing you're going to need is a digital scale. Now, these usually sell for anywhere from $5 to $8 on eBay. You can get one of these really cheap, and they do last for a certain. Now, mine, the ones that I've gotten always usually lasted me for a year, and then I'll change the battery. So yeah, so this is the scale. Let's open it and spin it around and show you guys. So this is the small scale, okay? So that's another part of our weaponry, okay? We'll just put that, we'll just set that aside here so maybe you guys can see it. Okay. Now what you're also going to need, you can get these on eBay, Amazon. You're going to need to get the acid, and you can find them to start at 10K all the way up to 22K. You can get them, this is 18K. Now commonly I have these, I have 4 of these in my bag. I have the 10 all the way to the 22K. I don't use the silver because I have other methods of using silver, okay? And I don't almost always never get the opportunity to buy palladium or platinum. So so that's, you know, you need these. And usually when you buy these in a set of 5. And you can get these on eBay as well, okay? Now, what I wanted to talk to you about is there are many different identifications of gold. You have European marks and you have American marks. American marks are commonly known as 10, 14, 18, 22 carat with a K. If you see a G, a gold filled, a GP, GF, gold filled, gold plated jewelry, I would consider that more of a fine costume jewelry, not a quality jewelry piece, okay? Now, the European marks are a 3-digit number, 5, 800, 700, and 800. There's also a 300 mark, so when it goes from 10 carat to 18 carat, and it's usually a hundredths mark, like I forgot exactly what the number is, 585. You can look it up, European gold marks. So what I wanted to do on this video is I wanted to show you just as a real quick example of how I have bought gold, large quantities of gold, and have done very well. Now I know I'm going to catch some flack from other gold buyers because these are tricks of the trade that are a no-no to be giving out. So I hope that those of you that are here will begin to learn some of these tricks of this trade. Now, I've bought hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ounces of gold and silver over the years, and have I've bought the height of the market and I bought at the low of the market, and so I'm going to share with you one of the finds that I actually got on eBay. And the deal is I sell a lot of stuff on eBay, and the profits that I make, I turn around and I buy gold items with my profits. Now many of you can and can't see this. Retail, this is a $1,200 to $1,800 ring. Retail. High quality diamonds, 14 karat gold. And I got this for $100 on eBay at the low of the market. This is easily a $200, $250 retail ring. Now maybe $300, $350 ring. It's a small men's pinky ring. I don't ever wear it because I'm not big with jewelry. My wife has a small fortune in different pieces that, well, she doesn't anymore. She's been given and selling a lot of it. So so we're going to use this ring as an example, okay? Now, I've been able to verify the the carat in weight on this ring, and so I do know it's 14 karat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I want to, let's see, is my battery dead? Oh yeah, oh no, okay. I've got to put the battery back in. It is important, folks, to store your batteries in and away from the actual setting of the device, because it'll corrode and it'll quickly ruin your scale. Now, you can't really complain about $5. So what we're going to do, understand that in the industry, everything is weighed in penny weight. So we're going to turn my, let's see if we can make some room here for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have it in grams right now, right? I'm going to change the mode to penny weight, which is DT, is the abbreviation, DWT. Okay, so we're going to weigh this ring. Understand we have diamonds, so we have to deduct maybe 10 to 15% of the weight to be safe for you. So we're going to say this is a 3.5 penny weight. 3.5 penny weight. I think penny weight now, per penny weight, is roughly $36 to $42. I'd have to check my price chart right now. I haven't updated it in a couple of days, so I don't know what it's actually at. So we're right around $100 in penny weight. So I haven't bought any precious metals in probably 2 years. I've really backed up on buying a lot of precious metals because I haven't found a lot of it. A lot of people are starting to become very wise to their gold and their silver. So what is this for? Well, if you want, many jewelers, what they'll do, and I'm not going to do it to this ring, is before they do a scratch test, they'll take and they'll file a little V into the gold, with the corner of the file. And that's where they'll lay their item down, and then they'll take the acid and just put one drop on that to see if it turns green, or if it begins to show any color, any discoloring, which will indicate that it is plated or filled. So for sake of not wanting to ruin my ring, we're going to show you how to do the scratch test. Okay, so basically you get the gold item piece in a very secured place in your hand, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to give, can you see that mark I just did? I'm going to do 2. I do know it's 14, so if it's not working, if it's working at 14, or if it's working at 18, I'm going to usually pull back to 14. So not 14 to 18. So usually what I do is I want to do 2 rubs. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is 14. Okay, what we're looking for, just 1 drop, what we're looking for is we want to see if that gold is going to disappear. Now many of you can see that that gold has not disappeared. Do you see it there? So that's the indication that this is at least 14 karat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try the 18 karat on the other rub, and we're going to see if that disappears. All right, so I know this is 14 karat ring, so this should disappear, and it did. Okay, so we are going to show you guys if you can see the difference. If you can see the difference without making a mess of acid, Can you see the difference? This one here disappeared. Oh, we don't want, it's smoking. So let's get this rubbed off. Take a towel, paper towel, and clean your stone very, very well. You do not want to get a lot of fluids on this stone. Soap and water I've known to work okay. So, but what you'll see is this gold will start running with the acid. It's disappearing, it's breaking down. So that ring is not 18 karat, okay? You can still see it, but you can see it's like floating. And it's not only floating, but it's like you can see it breaking up. So I understand and know that that is a 14 karat gold ring. Now there's a test that most jewelers, scrappers, refiners, again, make sure you clean your stone very well. Okay, you really want to keep your stone clean. This is your money maker. Okay. Again, do not cut back on the finances buying a stone. You want to get a real quality stone, okay? The number one trick that most jewelers do is this. If that thing magnetizes, that means there's metals in there. Dead giveaway. Before you do all this, you want to run your magnet over your gold, and all the fake gold filled or gold plated stuff will cling to your magnet, and you'll know that right off the bat. Don't waste the time testing, wasting your acids, using up your stone, because your stone does have a life expectancy, depending on how much testing you do. So it's obvious that my ring is not metal, magnetized metal. It's gold. Okay. So after you do all those things, you know that you do in fact have a, let's say, a 3.5 penny weight, 14 karat gold men's ring, pinky ring. If you were to find this at a retail store, you would probably end up looking and buying this particular one because of the size and quality of the diamonds, probably around the $300 to $500 range. Okay, this is a luxury item. I paid $100 for it on eBay. The person selling it either didn't know what they were selling, or maybe they did because it was $100, but maybe just didn't realize that, there was a value. Now, buying precious metals, if there's stones of any kind, you want to make sure that you tell your seller that you have to deduct a portion of the weight of those stones. If you can convince them to bring all your metals without the stones, so you have just a more accurate way to measure. If you don't, just do your thing, and in your mind, make sure you make a deduction of the overall weight according to the amount of stones that you think you have. And then at the time of you giving the buyer or the seller a price, you make sure you let them know at that point that, I had to deduct a little for the stone because I'm not a precious metals buyer in stones. I'm a precious metals buyer in metals. And many a times they'll just say, the heck with it, go ahead, keep everything. And if you are into refining, you'll pop these diamonds out, put them into your little safe, and at some point in time you can bring them to an honorable, credible jeweler, and they can make you an offer above and beyond. Now, usually jewelers won't mess with anything that's less than 1 carat, maybe 2/3 of a carat. Maybe some of them will buy, depending on the high quality of the diamond. These are high quality, and I bought this to keep this as an investment. One, because I know where precious metals are going, and also because it is really just a beautiful, high quality diamond ring. And so, folks, that's really it. If you have any questions about what I've tried to show you here, please feel free to send an email, leave a post, and I will try to label this video accordingly to help get the word out there to as many as will listen. And for those of you that can and will, there are many places that you can find these items, and these items, and start buying and selling your items. Now, just as a heads up and an FYI, you really don't want to start buying precious metals and putting a lot of money out there until you get really, really good at testing your gold. Now, what I like to do is when I'm out there, I carry my bag with me, and I have usually just the three acids, the 10, 14, 18 karat. You can just go around with just the 10 karat, okay? And that at bare minimum should get you the verification you need that it's gold. Now, if you get home and then you retest it and find out it's 18 karat gold, that is the increased value for you. And so if, and the reason why I'm saying that is those of us that do this don't want to walk around with bottles of acid. This stuff gets on your skin. It'll turn your skin yellow, and if for a longer duration of time will actually hurt you. It'll eat away your flesh. So as a safety precaution, usually many of us just have one little bottle. You'll see guys walking around with the eye scopes and looking for just regular marks. I have bought fake stamped jewelry in the South and paid dearly for it. So for me, I don't like to rely on this alone. I like to rely on this, and my scratch tab with just the 10 karat gold acid. And you can walk around with that in your scale, of course, right? Because you're not going to just pay somebody an average across the board price for something that may weigh, different weights. So get yourself like a little banker's bag, a change bag, something that looks presentable, maybe a little pouch or tote, and put your things in there, and then you can walk around your flea market, yard sales, and many people do not mind you testing their gold. They do mind this, though. They do mind this. They don't want their gold jewelry damaged. And so you really have to ask permission before you do this. Okay? So, folks, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. I am trying to grow this channel, folks. I have other videos that have to be uploaded from. I went back to the Goodwill that I bought all those bowl jars, and I will upload that video later today. I was not able to get out to the antique shop that I had said I would be able to get out to due to a car issue. And so I'm going to try to get out to an antique shop or two this week, and I'm going to be setting up at a flea market in Central PA here called the Watsontown Flea Market in Milton, Pennsylvania. It is really in the middle of nowhere. There are some great items, finds. Prices do vary in range. But you'll see, you'll get a good idea of a lot of the quality antiques that are here in Central Pennsylvania. So, folks, join, subscribe, share. Please share on your social media with friends and family if you can. And if you have people that are into this thing, send them on over our way here and become a part of our family here. And I really want to go live, be able to get to go live. So we can do Q&A, share our finds, and maybe identify some items that many of us do come across. So, folks, thanks for coming by, and I appreciate every one of you. Even though there's just a few of us here, I hope that you guys are encouraged to get out there and find some treasures. Thanks again.